Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some Skylanders SuperChargers. And yes, like the post that I made on my channel before this video goes up, on my community post, this will be a Nuzlocke. The rules are basically the same as my Skylanders Imaginators Nuzlocke, except there's one major key difference. I'm going to slightly alter how items are used in this game. Like, you know, the items figurines. The vehicles, they're technically classified as items in this universe. Because the vehicles are key components to play the game, I'm gonna have to alter that rule to allow me to use stuff like traps and vehicles. Sure, the traps also count as special items, but I'm gonna use those because, well, I wouldn't be able to use them otherwise. Considering Trap Team isn't available to me right now to Nuzlocke, and I doubt it ever will be available to me to Nuzlocke. So that's why I'm allowing myself to use the traps. Sure, they can only be used on the vehicles, but that shouldn't change anything for the most part. And I'll take the traps out of the portal after that point.
Portal masters like you have been sending their miserable Skylanders to stop me.
And also, this takes place before Imaginators. Mind you, this is the game released before that one.
Because now the portals are under the complete and utter control of me! Chaos! And in case you foolish human fools haven't figured it out yet,
like, judging by what I remember of the ending of this game, it doesn't make sense for Chaos to be the villain in Imaginators, which kind of solidifies this series as more of an anthology type series than anything. It's more or less an anthology type series.
Now that I control the portals, I am cutting you off from Skylands. For good! With no more Skylands to go back to, your Skylanders
I love Chaos's voice actor because he plays so many famous characters, including characters like Zim, like Invader Zim. Like, I love Invader Zim, but I just don't really like the dialogue Chaos was given as a character. I don't really like the dialogue he was given in this game, but I love the voice actor for all the roles he's had, except for one being in a 50 Pop show, and everybody knows my grievances with that series by now. Considering, you know, there's a lot of stuff to easily hate 50 Pop for now. Especially for particular people she's worked with. On episode 4 has been Hotel, which just really makes her easily hateable. I won't go into depth on why that person's bad, because it's already been discussed to death multiple times, including on my channel, and I've already put enough risk on my channel by bringing it up already.
Supercharged.
And also, that's not what Spitfire is supposed to look like. Like, he's supposed to be blue and red, like kind of like gray. But I had him upgraded from the previous save file. That's why he looks so different.
But you must hurry. Use the
Also,
accelerator
these
button
ears,
to go.
they're used for upgrades, like the coins, but specifically for vehicles. Basically, the coins for vehicles. They have literally the same function, different, you know, types of characters.
Very dangerous thanks to Chaos.
And I'm pretty sure, just like with the coins for Skylanders, each vehicle has their own gear mount. I'm pretty sure. I may be remembering incorrectly, but either way. Yeah, and also you can attack with the vehicles in this game too, as you can probably already see. And each vehicle has their own unique attack. But also I'm going to try and keep my vehicles as alive as possible. especially this vehicle, considering it's my only land
The
vehicle.
portal is collapsing! Hurry, Skylander! Hurry!
Wait, actually, I'm not gonna keep I'm not gonna keep that rule where I can only use one Skylander for each character in place for the vehicle. Considering, well, vehicles, well, there are different subjects together. They function differently from the main Skylanders, and also it would be like pretty bad considering vehicles are a main aspect of this game. And if I run out of vehicles, then I just can't play the game.
Can we hurry this up, please, Flynn?
So I'm just gonna keep the vehicles separate from the Skylanders in that aspect.
Oh, there's a guard!
For that reason alone, considering they have different functionalities from the Skylanders. And also they're used, like, to a much lesser extent than the Skylanders themselves. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep I'm just gonna take away that part of the rules from the vehicle specifically. So, yeah. But the Skylander one is still in place, just the one for the vehicle. And also, I do not have all the Skylanders required to supercharge the vehicles. Just like I do with the Skylanders, I don't have the respective vehicles for each character. I only have like 4 Skylanders that could apply to that. But I do like have like a bunch of characters for the game.
Skylander is here! We're saved!
So yeah, so don't expect to see a lot of supercharged vehicles.
Don't let
in this
Moneybone
game.
get away with this, Skylander!
And also those wish stones, they're pretty useful. Like, I'll only use them a select few that I would get throughout this game, considering it's kind of busted. Even though most of the time it just gives you
It's the
basically
Skylander!
useless
We're
items.
saved!
It just mostly gives you hats or rarely experience. That's all
Thanks
it
for
would really
saving
give you
us.
for the
And
wish
there are
stones.
other prisoners
So
on
maybe
this
I'll
ship
just
that
use
could
all
use
of
your
them.
help too.
You guys right, we should probably do something about
Sure,
that.
they would give you other items
Because that's what
too,
heroes like
but
us
it's
do.
mostly just hats and experience and coins.
There must be a main flagship that's controlling the fleet.
I'm
If
pretty
we can
sure
reach
that's
it,
how they
maybe
work
we can
anyways.
override the
I
controls
haven't
and
played
save
this game in
everyone.
years, so
That
I
sounds
can't remember
awesome.
all
Let's
that
totally
well.
do that.
All right, Skylander, let's get topside to take a look around and get our bearings.
You'll have to break through that lock to get out of this detention
Yeah, the
level.
locks system in this game, it is a bit different. Like the locked mini games from Imaginators, they are very different in this game than what they were in Imaginators. But yeah, I'm not going to use any hats. So don't expect me to put any on of my Skylanders like that. Because I feel like that gives each Skylander a kind of unfair advantage. You know, and I want to keep
This is a
the
live
playthrough
wire
as
lock.
fair as
Use
possible.
the left stick to move the gremlin through the lock. Collect bolts to earn additional stardust.
So the Stardust is basically like the XP in this game for Portal Master levels. Basically, that's how I can describe them. Like, that's how Stardust works in this game, for anyone who doesn't know already.
What's happening?
Well, Callie, in my expert opinion, I'd say that big head-looking thingy is gobbling up the sky.
Kinda weird to hear Joe Swanson's voice
This is terrible. I
be
sure
put
wish Master Eon
into
was
the
here.
voice of a children's game. Like, you know, Joe Swanson from Family Guy.
Wait.
Like, it's kind
I
of weird to
almost
hear that
forgot.
character's
Master
voice
Eon left
be put
this
into
with
a
me.
children's
He
game
said
of
it
all
was for the
games.
Skylander. Master Eon?
Greetings,
Oh,
Portal
yeah.
Master.
It's all coming
If
together.
you're seeing this, I have been taken captive, and my worst fears are confirmed. Thanks to Chaos, the darkness has returned. And
Yeah,
Skylanders
Eon wasn't
now faces
always
its
spirit.
greatest threat.
He died before the
used
events
power of the darkness to construct an
I believe
evil
Spyro's
monstrosity
Adventure, if
of
I'm remembering
destruction.
correctly, which is the first game in the series.
Eater.
We don't even see his full-on
To
physical
combat this,
body
we have
until
assembled a
Skylanders
special
Academy,
team of
which I'm pretty sure
Skylanders
came
to
out
pilot
after
an
Anomalous.
unstoppable fleet of supercharged vehicles.
So yeah,
all powered by the legendary Rift engines.
just don't test and see if if the vehicles actually have Rift engines in the real world. Do not test that out in the real world. You will be heavily disappointed. Not just because of the size of the vehicles, but it's all just plastic. And it's mostly just building plastic too.
You must use these superchargers to stop Chaos and
So,
the darkness
yeah, you would
before
be
it is too
greatly
late.
disappointed
Good
find
luck,
out that they
Portal
don't have
Master.
real-world Rift
How are
engines.
we gonna stop Chaos and the darkness without Master Eon?
Hey, don't worry about all that, Hugo. That Sky Eater
I
thing,
get
he'll probably eat
I
us all
get the
first.
darkness is supposed to be this utmost
Flynn?
evil,
What? I'm just
but
saying.
still it feels
I mean,
weird
look
that
at
it's
it.
called the
Don't worry, Hugo.
darkness.
We're
It doesn't
still
even
together,
have a proper
and I
name. It
promise
just
we'll
feels
find a way to
weird.
rescue Eon. But first, we need to reach that flagship and save these prisoners. Right, Flynn?
That does sound a whole lot better than being eaten, although I'm pretty sure I am delicious. Either way, count me in. Boom!
Yeah, Flynn is pretty annoying throughout these games. Like,
Wait a second, I know where we are. That's Motley Meadows getting torn apart. Look, some people are in trouble.
Like, I wouldn't call him a scumbag, because he hasn't really done anything necessarily bad. It's just that he's braggadocious. That's all I can really say about him as a character.
We have to do something. You have to help them before they get pulled into that rift, Skylander.
Like, he just
This
acts like
is a land vehicle, Doc.
better than everybody
You'll need
else.
to use a land vehicle
He's
to
known
save the pit crew.
The Skylanders the longest out of anyone in the series besides, you know, Hugo and Eon, of course. Which it would make sense that Hugo and Eon would know the Skylanders the most and the longest, considering, well, they're basically just the advisors and leaders of all the Skylanders. You know, besides the Portal Masters, of course.
Me feet are getting tired over here!
Which, Eon is a Portal Master himself, mind you. God, I suck at driving.
That's
Really
what I'm
suck
talking
at
about!
driving if you couldn't already tell.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, do not expect me to have the most utmost and you know, greatest driving skills in the world in this game. Wait, I'm gonna check and see if inverted controls is on. I'm gonna check and see if that's on. I have no clue. Okay, I have no clue if I can actually change that. Or if I can review if it has inverted controls or not. Which it feels like it does. Wait, there's a weird bubble piece here.
Yes! Out away!
I wonder what the bubble pieces are used for. And also, I have all the traps for each element, so I'm just gonna pop in the magic element here. So each trap gives you sky stones, I guess. I forgot what they do, what they did exactly. So I guess they just give you sky stones for the most part.
Yeah.
Well, I already screwed up this mini game. Since I already missed 2 barrels, so I screwed up that. Sure.
Iron equalizer. Take them down, Skylander!
So I'm gonna.
Buttons on your supercharger.
But I gotta tell you, I miss the Yokai Watch series. I cannot be the only one. I cannot be the only person. Yokai Watch would be the next Pokemon. Like, I cannot be the only one who would think that. Too bad it didn't do too well here in the West. Too bad it didn't. Because I always loved that series growing up. Sure, I only have, I believe, Yokai Watch 2. Fleshy Souls in the original game, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't think I can swap up the controls. So...
Hey! There's something up there you might find useful! It's a chest that might contain a new mod for your vehicle.
So yeah. Yeah, these are inverted controls, I can tell. I'm gonna turn off my mic real quick.
Supercharger Skylanders can press the customization button to customize your vehicle at any time. Things are getting pretty unstable up here, Skylander. You better head back to the fleet. Hurry!
Meet us in the sky hangar. You'll find it. We're going to try and track down our ship.
Isn't something supposed to be happening right now?
Yeah, but this is the part that Master Eon always does.
Yeah, I'm back.
Well, he's kind of captured at the moment.
But
Don't worry, I got this.
I do love this series. It's just that the dialogue gets a lot worse whenever further. It is still a major part of my childhood.
Hugo,
Like
come on.
whenever I was
You can
younger,
do
of
this.
course, because it was one of the first
Okay.
games I ever owned.
Here
But
goes.
the dialogue gets worse and
Vehicles of
worse
the Earth
the more
element
you
are
look, the
stronger
more
in
and more
this
you look
zone.
back on it.
Great job, Hugo.
That's honestly my least favorite part about this series. I just wish that the dialogue was up to snuff, considering the nostalgia factor of the series. That was, like, it was one of the first games I ever fully owned physically. And it's just sad to see, like, how poorly it aged up to be in my eyes. It's just sad to see the series, for one, end after a magazine so far, unless it's some random huge Skylander game that gets announced out of the blue. Like, that would just be like, I would still get it, but you know, I know it wouldn't live up to the standards that the original series had, like the original 6 games, like the legacy that each of them have. Like, I just know it wouldn't be up to snuff compared to those games. But I just know that I just, you know, want to see a new Skylander game, see if they can actually manage to improve it, improve the series. You know, like, that's what I'm hoping the most from this series. That they can release a new game and actually improve where it needs to be improved. And knowing the fate of fully select games anymore, I doubt that they're ever gonna release a new Skylander game.
We'll be alright from here, champ. Go and track down Callie and the others.
Yeah, healing is gonna be off limits the entire game as much as possible.
Treasure.
Like, if it's, you know, forced upon me, like if it was a level up a Skylander's ability to heal or something of that sort, then yeah, I won't count it against this Nuzlocke because, well, that's unavoidable. Or if it's, you know, part of exiting the level, which is also unavoidable. But if it's something where I willingly walk into a food item, then that won't go against me.
You managed to escape two-way, Skylander. Name's Braun. James Braun. I was going to try to slow the ship down by clogging up that fuel pump, but I'm having second thoughts about swimming in orange liquid. You understand, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's orange liquid.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll stand by to advise while you disable the pump. And try
this
not
is
to
supposed
splash
to be
me.
a sewer
Sound good?
system. I don't think it's supposed to be an orange
liquid. You need to use a sea
liquid.
vehicle to take on this mission, Skylander.
I'm gonna, I do have some sea views, so I'm gonna use those. And also I'm gonna use one character that I have never once used before. And his vehicle.
Soda skimmer. Gushing geysers. Inner beast tube. Alchemic admixture.
Yeah, I'm not using the original pop fish
SuperCharged.
well, the original Skylanders for each character respectively, they're just, like, they just seem more useless in comparison to this game
Vehicles
specifically.
of the water element are stronger in this zone.
Than other Skylanders, like than the Parker's counterparts. Like, they just seem more useless compared to that. Considering, well, only the SuperChargers versions of each respective character, only they can supercharge the respective vehicle tied to that character, not the original character though. Which is kind of weird when I think about it. Like, why shouldn't the original version of each character also be able to supercharge the vehicles? Considering it's the same character, just at a different point in the series. Like, that part kind of weirded me out ever since I first played the game. Like, why can't previous adaptations of said character be the one to supercharge the vehicle that the character is tied to? Like, that never made sense.
Cyclotron has been critically damaged.
Like, why leave them out of this, even though they're the same character, just from different eras of the series? Like, that's what I'm looking for.
Wow,
here.
you just increased your portal.
Yeah,
Skylander,
I
knew you were
can't
the
really
right one
avoid
for
that,
this mission.
so
You should probably get out of here before they send guards to investigate.
I'm just gonna do the random ability. At that point, I'm just gonna do the random ability. Not one that would necessarily help me out for the long run, but, you know, just a random one. Like, that's what I'm gonna do for those Portal Master ability things. Considering, well, they can both, I'm pretty sure that they both can be both a hindrance and a solution, depending on which one you choose.
Hey, Skylander! Over here! Can you see me?
Yeah, this is my first time using the character, so
Everyone sees you,
please
Flynn.
ignore the low
Please
level.
just fly
I
straight.
never used the character
Good
before
shame
now,
how she flirts with me, but who can blame her?
considering I just got it for Christmas and I haven't played the game much
Just stay on course, Skylander.
since
We'll
then.
meet you up top.
And I already used the original version of Top Phase, so it'd be just kind of pointless for me to use it. And, like, the only time I've really ever played the series at all before this point is with my imagination Nuzlocke. Yeah, I'm gonna swap out Top Phase. I'm gonna swap now. for an obviously strong character.
Hey, I'm on fire!
I know the vehicles won't be supercharged, but still, either way, it's best to not lose a character for that factor
Escape
alone.
pods on levels 3 through 16 have been activated. Initiating
Like, kind of
deployment
stupid to lose a
sequence.
character just for a stat. No. Especially for one that won't even be used for a majority of the game. So, it's kind of pointless to do that at that point. Okay. I'm gonna... Now I see what that button does. So I'm gonna try and use it. Okay. Let's try and get that electric thing. That spark. Or whatever they want to call it in this game. Come on. Actually, let me get it that time. That's something anyways. Good thing I haven't lost a character yet. Good thing that's something good I've done so far. At least I haven't lost a character. Right, I guess that's good on me, I guess. Not losing a character just yet. Which, I'm not keeping the ones I've lost from Imaginators and Lost, considering that's not what most Nuzlockers do. If it's, you know, of a different game, that's not what they do, or if it's a different run, that's not what they do. So I'm not gonna try anything new there. I'm just gonna keep the rules the same. That's what most other Nuzlockers would do. So, yeah, that explains why I'm using the Skylanders that should have been dead in my previous run. I'm not going to use hats either, like I mentioned earlier in the video. Hey, at least I avoided that healing area.
Ahoy there, Skylander buddy! I knew you could do it!
Yeah, that's just for a sky vehicle. They have some of those too. I have a vehicle of all three types of vehicles.
Sky Slicer, Scream Stream Thrust, Qatar Wing, Feather Fury.
Yeah, I've never really used any of the vehicles outside of the ones that are tied to the main three from the start of that team. Spitfire, Stealth Elf, and
vehicles of the life element are stronger in this zone.
so
Use the attack button to bring down those
so
fighter
that's something.
ships.
I'm just gonna be using all the other vehicles though.
The Skylander is here! We're saved!
Go faster by activating the accelerator button.
So that's kind of, you know, obvious that the accelerator button would be the thing that makes you go fast. That's pretty obvious, considering that's how vehicles work.
Let's get out of here.
Not to
Honestly,
alarm
I'm
anyone,
surprised
but we
that
are
I'm not
currently
Skylander
under
yet.
attack!
Considering this is supposed to be the hardest difficulty the game has to offer, being Nightmares, which I surprisingly unlocked already, even though this is literally a new save file on a new game that I only just got last night. So there's literally no way I would have, you know, been able to unlock it by beating the game. There's no chance that would have been possible. Like, if that's the case. Like, there's just no chance of that actually happening. So, don't try and say that I'm some kind of cheater. I don't even know any cheats for this game. I don't even know any. Let alone if it even has any. I don't even know if the Skylanders series even has cheat codes. So don't accuse me. However, I don't even know if this game even has things or not. Like, I wouldn't even know, and I don't even think anybody knows. Considering, well, this game is made by Activision, and they gotta have you make some money. And they have to use some way to make money, considering we're basically EA by now. What
Thanks, Skylander. That was a close call. Now we should be clear to. Uh-oh.
Hey, can you stop with the uh-oh? Every time you uh-oh, something bad happens.
There's no way we can escape that missile ship. It's up to you, Skylander. Destroy the missile turret, Skylander. It's the only way we can escape.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to end the video after this level, because I don't have enough time to do anything else past this level. And if there's only one tower that I can choose for the level up for the Quartermaster,
Once we reach it, we can override the controls and ride it out.
I'm gonna just choose that one if there's only one boost in that situation.
Give it to him good, Skylander.
Like if they're like, but I'm gonna turn them off on my mic. Well, after this cutscene, I'm gonna end the video. So, yeah. After these sets of cutscenes.
Yes, yes, fear me! Bow down before my doom station of ultimate doomstruction! Ah, it's a good day, Glumshanks.
Yeah, Lord Chaos, sir. I mean, I know the station is fueled by the magic it consumes, but are you sure it's supposed to rip big holes in the sky like that?
Nonsense! Of course I'm sure!
It's, not just the holes, sir. Some of the other trolls have been complaining.
About me? What did they say? No, wait! I've had it! Prepare to eject barracks B and C!
Oh, no, not about you, sir. It's about the, thing.
Eh? Don't be ridiculous, Glumshanks. That's just the darkness.
Yes, I know, sir. But haven't you noticed? It's gotten so much bigger. Plus, I think it's watching me.
Oh, you're imagining things, Glumshanks. Now get me Moneybone.
Very well. Moneybone on line 1 for you, sir.
find out where they took my ship before chaos.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip this cutscene because all it is just pointless exposition. I'm gonna turn off my mic. I'm gonna turn off my mic. Wait, actually, I'm gonna end today's video here. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
But Buzz is right. It's the last